Black marble floors, hand-stenciled murals, glistening glass mosaics, warm mahogany finishes on walls we wish could talk. We are so fortunate to have a Louis Sullivan jewel box in Newark. It's a treasure of our shared history, and it will be a treasure in our community's future. It's our pleasure to provide this update on Newark's own jewel box bank, designed by great American architect Louis Sullivan. You may have seen our progress over the summer leading up to the completion of phase 2 of this 3-part restoration, reinvention, and reuse project. The Sullivan Building's exterior restoration is a wrap, and it's truly magnificent. The scaffolding is down and the dumpster is gone. Headquartered in Dayton, Dana's Construction was on site daily for almost a year, coordinating and overseeing the project's smooth completion. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with this project, I'd like to share a very brief recap of our community's Sullivan Building story. The Old Home Building Association Company's new headquarters was completed in 1915. It is one of 8 community banks that Sullivan designed for small Midwestern towns near the end of his career. The last was completed in 1920, just 4 years before he died. Known as jewel boxes due to their small footprint and ornate features, these architectural gems are among America's most treasured and are known worldwide. Our masterpiece is one of the few that the father of modern American architecture signed in gold on the lower left corner. Over the years, the building served the community well in a variety of iterations, a total of 31 years as a financial institution, 27 years as a jewelry store, 23 years as an ice cream parlor, and 3 years as a butcher shop. With each new tenant, the building was altered, but the building's historic and architectural significance never changed. Neglected and deteriorated, it was left vacant for a decade, creating an eyesore in the heart of downtown Newark. Then it was given to the Licking County Foundation in 2013 with the intention that the Sullivan Building will be fully restored as a community landmark, reimagining its future for new generations to enjoy. In 2015, the foundation engaged Columbus-based Rogers Cranek architects to develop a comprehensive blueprint for assessing, stabilizing, and restoring the building. As you know, the building, when completed, will serve as the home of Explore Licking County, our area's tourism expert. Phase 2 started in 2019 and was just finished. Thanks to hundreds of generous community-spirited donors, a capital campaign challenge grant from the Jeffers Family Foundation raised most of the $2.8 million needed for restoring the Sullivan Building's facade. The exterior scope of work included the restoration of the mosaics, original upper art glass windows, and terracotta. It also included replacement of the unoriginal lower windows and the installation of new doors, roof, and skylight, plus the creation of a lighting design for the facade. Given the unique artistic quality of this building, infinite care was taken in restoring the building's intricate and iconic features which were created by artisans and were restored by artisans. The building boasts 2 exterior mosaics, which are significant elements and were in relatively good condition. The mosaic restoration plan was created by Conrad Schmidt Studios. Their skilled team was on site in summer 2019 to carefully insert new glass tiles from their studio collection to replace missing tiles, 1 tile at a time. Some of the replacement glass used was specifically created for this project. The gold tesserae are clear glass that have been backed with distressed gold leaf. About 66 tiles were missing, numerous holes and cracks were repaired, and regrouting was done to restore the original profile. Loose original tiles were also secured. As you can see, the result is truly breathtaking. All of the art glass windows, leaded and opalescent, were removed and transported to Conrad Schmidt Studios in New Berlin, Wisconsin for restoration. They're a well-respected, century-old and family-owned firm of artisans and craftspersons. The windows returned safely. The existing opalescent glass and zinc cames in the upper first floor windows were restored. The wood frames and leaded glass panels of the original second floor windows were repaired, and the center non-original second floor window was recreated to match the original. We're happy to report that these glistening and glowing windows were reinstalled in the fall of 2019, and they are truly luminous. The terracotta on the exterior is one of the most significant features of the building. Before the restoration began, the terracotta was cracked, spalled, and broken, and in some places completely missing. The goal was to return the terracotta's appearance as close as possible to how it appeared originally. We engaged Wiss Janney Eltzner Associates to realize this goal. Located in Northbrook, Illinois, they're a global firm of engineers and materials scientists. The terracotta was cleaned, repairable units were repaired in place, unrepairable units and previously removed units were replaced with new custom fabricated units. All of the existing mortar joints were repointed. Boston Valley Terracotta created 240 new pieces of terracotta for the building's exterior restoration. They're a leading manufacturer of custom architectural terracotta for restoration of historic facades. This process began in 2018, including cleaning tests and multiple rounds of glaze color testing and matching. In fall 2019, Team Sullivan members visited Boston Valley's manufacturing facility in Orchard Park, New York, for an inside look at the fabrication process, as well as a first look at some of the completed terracotta pieces. A lot of time and care went into getting the terracotta just right. The schedule was extended to refine the color matching process. The terracotta was delivered in May 2020, and the exterior restoration resumed soon thereafter. Here are some of the extraordinary results. The majestic guardian lion on Main Street, the ornate cartouche above the opalescent windows, and the intricate and infinitely detailed terracotta ornamentation. Best of all, the front corner was reconstructed to restore the building's original, perfectly symmetrical form. The existing lower first floor windows of the building were not original and were replaced with new windows to match the size and materials of the original windows. Infill pieces of new terracotta returned these window openings to their original dimensions. Based in Jamestown, New York, Hope's Windows is the nation's foremost manufacturer of custom designed, handcrafted solid steel window and door systems. The original exterior doors on 3rd and Main Streets were missing. New oak doors that match the originals were created and installed on the front and side entrances. The existing cracked and deteriorated wire glass single pane skylight was replaced with a new insulated glass one. New insulation, membrane roofing, flashing, and roof drains were installed. The existing brick parapet walls, brick chimneys, and the terracotta coping were also pointed. The new roof drain comes complete with an alarm system that will warn if an overflow approaches. The facade was illuminated for all to enjoy 24/7. These photos show the aiming process and the final result. And one of our favorite transformations on one of our favorite features, the spitting lion water spouts. Many layers of old paint and rust were removed to reveal solid bronze. Form following function, they work too. Phase 3 is the final phase of the project. We had hoped to begin construction in 2021, but the pandemic has complicated the schedule. It includes interior renovation and completion of the adjacent annex. As a new home of Explore-Licking County, it will serve as a visitor center and a community gathering place. The adjacent Lefevre Foundation Annex will provide access to all 3 levels of the Sullivan Building. This vital supporting building will include an elevator and ADA-compliant stairs. The interior work is a complete renovation. The building's banking hall will be fully restored, including murals, marble, mahogany, original safe, lighting, check counters, and wood benches. Appropriate community meeting areas A gift shop, exhibits, public restrooms, and a tourism office will be constructed in order to balance the historic renovation while ensuring the building's functionality for the community. All mechanical systems are not functional and must be replaced, including plumbing, HVAC, and electrical. Fundraising for the final phase is paused for now, but it will begin again soon. The foundation has shifted its focus to address more immediate community needs during the pandemic. In 2014, we knew that we were training for and then starting a marathon, and it would take a steady and strategic pace to get this project to the finish line. The good news is that there is a dedicated and enthusiastic team of board members, staff, volunteers, and fundraising professionals leading this effort. The Sullivan Building is truly something special. It is an irreplaceable masterpiece designed by one of America's most renowned architects. It is not just a national treasure, it is our treasure, and it is ours to protect, preserve, and celebrate for generations to come. We hope you'll stop by 3rd and Main Streets to see firsthand the fruits of much labor and generosity. We are immensely grateful to each and every supporter for contributing to this exciting restoration and reimagination project. Together, we're saving the Sullivan and enriching our community.